Good afternoon. For the last, it must be 3 years since we moved into this property, I've been considering starting something like this. Mostly to sort of give people that might be interested a little bit of a look inside our life living in Sweden. I think that for a lot of the people back in the US, they might have a hard time kind of imagining what it's like if you haven't been here. And I thought I could use YouTube or wherever this ends up as a way to sort of tell our story and kind of show everyone what we have here and what we're trying to do with it. To give you a little bit of a background, I think it was about 3 years ago in May that we purchased the property that we're living in now. And that was originally Ebba's grandmother's property, or her grandmother and grandfather's property. And we've been living here since May of, 2022, I think. We first got here, I had a 2-year-old, Miles, who's now 5. And since then, our daughter, Charlie, has also been born. She just turned 2. And I think that we've had a lot of ideas on what we could do here and a lot of plans for what we would like to do here, but we just haven't really had the time. And now that the kids are getting a little bit older, it feels like we're getting to a place where we can actually do some more things. I know 5 and 2 is still pretty young and there's a lot to do with them, but it feels like we have a little bit more time to get things done. So I think that maybe some other video I'll give more of a tour of the property. But it's about 16 hectares, which I think translates to about 39-40 acres, give or take. A big part of it is I think around 25 acres, maybe even 30 acres is a big field, which is currently farmed on by Ebba's uncle. There's some woods on the property, forest. Not exactly sure how many acres it is, maybe 2 or 3. And then the rest is filled with, I guess you could call them horse fields, livestock fields. Most of them are overgrown. The one behind me here is the only one that's still used. And we have our neighbors' horses on them in the summertime. So this year I'm planning on doing, or I should say we're planning on doing, quite a number of different things, but one of the biggest things is actually preparing for next year, because there's so much work to be done. So I'm in the middle of trying to clear out a space where our garden will be next year. Well, we'll build up some compost beds to begin planting things on and try to kill off some of the weeds. What else? On top of that, we had a couple here who has, I think, 4 sheep that are looking for some space to have them on. And we have 3 stables here that haven't been used in probably 25 or 30 years. And quite a bit of, well, what used to be open space that we would like to open back up into fields, which it looks like they'll be grazing on. Yeah, I don't know, that's a bit of an introduction of kind of where we are today and where we came from. I'm not really sure what else to talk about in this video, but I think that my plan is either I'm going to include a bit of a tour around the property after this sort of introduction, description video describing where we are today, where we came from, and give you a bit of a tour of the different parts of the property and what we've done and what we plan to do in the next couple of years. So I hope that, yeah, I think that this will mostly be seen by family and maybe some friends that find it interesting. That you get a bit of an insight into what our life is like here. And maybe understand a little bit more about what it means to live out on the Swedish countryside. Yeah, so that's about it. It's our barn behind us there. But like I said, I'll give you guys a tour a bit more in the next video. So thanks, and see you soon.